we're going to start work on the normal part of the sweater, which means we're going to chain up 2 and put a double crochet into 15 chains, into 15 stitches along, so including the slip stitch. So that was that one just there, and that is 1 and 2, 3, so into 15 stitches. Alright, there's 15 double crochets. Now into the next stitch we're going to put a double crochet followed by a chain 2, 1, 2, and then into that same stitch another double crochet. And that is the first of the 24 stitches you're going to do for this round for the arm. And this is the beginning of the increases, so that's the first increase just there. Now that counts as 1, and then count to 24 double crochets, and when you get to the 24th double crochet you're going to do the same thing. Into that stitch you're going to put a chain 2 and another double crochet, so this is 2 and 3, where are we? So 3 and 4, and so 24. Alright, so I've done 24 double crochets. There we go, since the last increase section. Now we're going to once again chain 2 and another double crochet into that same stitch. Now we're going to do 30 double crochets. So into the next 30 stitches, 30 double crochets. Okay, here I am, and I've done 30 double crochets. Now into the next stitch along, it's a double crochet followed by a chain 2 and another double crochet into the same stitch. Then that is the first of 24 for the next arm area, so that's 23 more double crochets along. Alright, here I am, and there are those 24 double crochets, and remember into the 24th, that's another chain 2 followed by another double crochet into that same stitch, like that. Now if you've got your stitch count correct, it should be just another 15 double crochets to the end, and then you'll slip stitch into the top of that chain 2. And because I like to keep the seam of the back straight, I sort of chain 2 and then turn and go in the other direction. You don't have to do that, but I suggest doing it because then also the seams of the arms, the joins of the arms can drift to the side as well, and it can start to look a bit wonky. So what we're going to do is we're going to do those 15 double crochets, slip stitch into the top of that chain 2, chain 2 more, turn, and I'll tell you where to go from there. Okay, here we are at the slip stitching into the top of that chain 2, like that. Chain another 2, turn work, and putting a double crochet into each stitch along till you get to the increase section. Alright, here I am at the increase section, and what we do is we just put a double crochet into the center of that increase section, followed by chain 2, and then another double crochet into the increase section, and then moving straight on to the next stitch, which will be for the arm. So I'm just moving aside the sequins that I threaded. Okay, so just moving straight into the next stitch along, and then double crochets right up until you get to the next increase section. Do the same thing all the way till you get back to the beginning of the round, where you will slip stitch into the top of the chain 2, chain another 2, turn your work. Now I'm going to be crocheting sequins into the front of this garment, and I think mine's turned inside out at the moment, so I think this will be the row that I'll be double crocheting the sequins in. So I'll show you a little bit about that when I get to the front. So, alright, so I'm at the front section of my thing, because that's what we're calling it at the moment. It's a thing. And I've got my sequin, as you can see here, and I'm just pushing it up to the front just there like that. So yarn over, and I'm going to go into the stitch, pull up a loop, and I'm kind of going to push the sequin to the front just there, because that's where the front of the work's going to be. Then just yarn over, pull through, making sure the sequin is still there, just like that. Oh, sorry, just like that. Yarn over, pull through. So I'll do another few, and then when I get to another spot I'll show you how to do that again. Alright, so here's another one. So I've just pushed that sequin, as you can see, up to the top where the hook is, against the hook, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, push the sequin to the front. It's kind of like when we do beads. So just pushing the sequin to the front, kind of make sure it gets there. Yarn over, pull through 2. I don't want the sequin to be flipped up that way. I don't want the sequin to be flipped up that way. Hang on, let's do that again. I don't think you saw what I was doing. So push the sequin up to the hook, yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, sort of push the sequin to the front, like that. Yarn over, pull through 2, and making sure the sequin is still at the front, yarn over, focus camera, and pull through 2, just like that. And there it is. Very sparkly, very nice. Alright, so I'm going to do another one somewhere. And these are going to just be randomly throughout the front of the sweater. I don't really care where, just anywhere really. I might do some on the sleeves as well, but you know, that might also be too complicated and annoying, so I also might not. And I'll just keep going. And here's another one that I've pushed up to the hook, another sequin. So yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, yarn over. Actually, let's make sure that sequin is pulled to the front, just like that. So yarn over, pull through 2, keeping the sequin at the front as best you can. Yarn over, pull through 2, and that'll be held in place just like that, so you don't need to worry about it drifting to the back at all. Alright, so I'm just going to be doing that at the front, and I might, you know, this and that. Alright, and then when we get to the increase sections, we do the same as we did for the last increase sections. We double crochet into the increase section, push aside the sequins that we've threaded, and chain 2, another double crochet into that increase section, and working straight into the next stitch along, like that. And we're going to keep doing that until you get to the end of the round. Slip stitch into the chain 2, chain another 2, turn your work, and you're going to keep doing that until the increase sections, till you get to a point where the increase sections, once you try it on, fit comfortably beneath your arms. And then we're going to join the sleeves. So I'll meet back up with you and I'll try it on. We'll see how it looks when we can, because I'm very curious to see how it's going to look. Okay, see you soon. Alright, so now I've reached a stage where the back and the front seams fit comfortably beneath my arm, like that. Same on the other side. So I'm going to join the sleeves. Honestly, I don't really hate this at all. I think it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Alright, so let's join the sleeves. Alright, to join the seams, we start another round as we normally would by chaining up to turning the work and putting a double crochet into every stitch along till we get to the increase section. Alright, here I am at the increase section. Now, to join... Oh, try not to tip things over. Yeah. Alright, to join the increase, to join the seams, we fold the 2 corresponding increase sections together, making sure the yarn is back there like that. And we push our sequins aside. where are we? Joining the increase sections, just like that. So make sure they're lined up, just like that. And simply put a double crochet into those two increase sections. So right through both, yarn over, through both increase sections, yarn over, pull through two. And we're ignoring the arm for the moment, or the arm section for the moment. And you just move straight into the front as you normally would. So straight into the front. And there we go, we've joined that. So we've finished increasing now. And we're just going to be working double crochets all the way around till we get to the next increase section, where you're going to do exactly the same thing. Fold the two corresponding increase sections in half, or fold those two sections together, put a double crochet through both, and then work straight into the back as you normally would. And then when you get to the chain 2, slip stitch into the top of the chain 2, chain up 2, turn your work and double crochet around, and then all you're doing then is growing the length of your sweater. So we'll meet up when we've grown the length of our sweater to what we want it to be, and I'll show you how to start work on the sleeves. Right, to begin work on the sleeves, we're going to take a fresh piece of yarn and make a slip knot. Then, finding one of the joins, going back to one of the joins, you're going to slip your hook back through those two increase sections where you joined, and attaching the knot to the hook, but make sure it's not too tight because you want it to wrap around those joins, because you're going to pull it through the joins just like that. Then straight from there you're going to focus and chain 2, 1, 2, and from there you're going to just move straight into double crocheting around the sleeve area. So moving and just straight into the stitches, next one along, so double crochets, and once you get to the end of the round you're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 2, and then chain up 2, turn your work, double crochets back around the other way, and it's as simple as that. You're just going to continue to do that until you've grown the sleeve to the length that you want, and you'll just do the same for the other side, for the other sleeve, and then you'll have finished. It's all done. So it's pretty straightforward, not really much to it. The only really complicated thing was, me attempting to make sense of the chest and shoulder section where the cobweb's going to be, but we have yet to see how well that's going to work. Anyway, okay, yeah, so just continue on doing that and finish up your sleeves. Once we've finished all that, we'll try on our sweaters so you have a look. Yeah, I look forward to seeing how it goes. I'm going to actually complete the rest of it off camera, just the joins between the strands of the chain 12s to make it look more like a spider web. So I'll complete that, and then I'll probably just explain how I did it as best I can, because, as we've all probably noticed by now, I'm not very good at explaining things. But I do try. Okay, so let's go away, let's do that, and I'll see you soon. Hey everyone, so this is what it looks like with the joining bits for the cobweb. I think I'm going to take those off and just leave it with the chains. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and show you quickly what it looks like with that. So obviously that's what it looks like there. And if I turn around, it's kind of what it looks like there. I can't see that, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm not that happy with that. I think also next time when I make this, or a variation of this, I'm going to do the chains longer, so it's just slightly longer, give more of a, yeah. And this is something to work on. I mean, I'm not entirely giving up on the idea of cobwebs. But I'm going to go away right now and take them off and then come back and show you what it looks like without them. So here it is without those joining bits, and I just think it looks a lot better actually. I don't know whether you can see it in this light, those flashy bits of amethyst. I put them all over the front. I'm actually really happy with those, they look really nice. Just a bit of fun, you know, a bit of Halloween fun. So this is just a sweater for the moment, but I'm thinking of turning it into a little dress. Just, you know, a bit more fun. Maybe it's my Halloween costume, I don't know yet. Also, I will be, actually, also, I'm definitely adding this to it, so I'm thinking, like, just sort of there, just as a little, just a little bit more, a little bit extra. It's funny because I thought it would look ridiculous when I made it, but it's all come together really well. Despite my horrific calculations, I think that's the only way I can really describe that. Despite all that nonsense, it came together. I think I'm a much more visual person than I am, how do you say the other way, is it technical or, you know, yeah, analytical? I don't know. It's just easier if I can see something and then it works out and then I can sort of calculate it that way. I don't know if that makes sense. But I do just want to assure everybody that in no way do I think that 57 divided by 2 is 19. I'm well aware of the... And I'm also very aware that 19 times 6 is not 95. I really don't think I have an excuse for that, other than I have moments of very lucid ditziness. It's really the only way I can describe it. But anyway, if you have not been deterred by my crap maths and, you know, just usual bumbling and whatnot, thanks for watching till the end. I hope that you have. I will at some point make a proper tutorial on this because I do quite like this design. And like I said, I might try to make the chains a little longer, and I'll use a really nice yarn for the next one because winter is certainly, it's certainly on its way a little. And yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. So I'll give you a look at the back. I will take pictures as well, you know, probably tomorrow when the sun is out, so you can get a bit more of an idea and hopefully see the flashiness of those amethyst sequins. I really love them. Yes. Oh, so you can see them a little bit just there. Oh yeah, flashes and sparkles. It's nice. Okay, yeah. Thank you. So yeah, again, if you enjoy my brand of crap tutorials, wishy-washy weird tale readings, coffee drinking and other just ridiculous shit that I do, please subscribe to my channel. For, you know, it's not going to stop anytime soon. Not for the foreseeable future at all. I'm going to continue with this because I have fun and it's something I really enjoy doing. You know, it can take you away from all the other crap stuff in life that you probably don't want to deal with. You know, it just makes you feel a bit better sometimes. So, yes, please subscribe and please like the video if you want. If you don't, if you'd like to leave a comment of any sort, I don't mind. And if you've been able to make this type of sweater with the cobweb and made it look really good, please let me know. Please let me know. I'd love to see it. And yes, thanks for watching. Alrighty, here's the finished sweater. I just wanted to quickly show you what it looks like out in the sunlight, how sparkly it is. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this one. Not sure if I'll wear it in public. But I really love the sparkles, so I might. Who knows? Yeah. So I really love this one. It kind of reminds me of that movie Legend. When he dresses her up in that sort of dark, evil clothing and it's all flashy and sparkly in the firelight. Yeah, so perfect Halloween costume, really, probably. This one could turn into a dress, I think. Anyway, if you've watched to the end, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.